Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. We're starting off with the episode making a big change. A lot of people have said after the first 5 episodes, nothing wrong with the Fent brand being here in Selendra, in this part of the area. The problem, what most people are saying is this way too modern for what people have for this area. So we're going to be selling this Fent 718 to start off with. I paid $180,000 for this brand new, and it's got well, we'll just say 3 hours on it. So hopefully I get a decent amount of cash back. I need to turn on the interactive zone marker so I can see where the sell point is here. Oh, it's actually over. Is that it over there? I mean, the store is here, the stuff spawns here. Oh, that's right, I now remember. Yeah, there's a little spot over here where you can repair it and probably sell it. So hopefully I get most of my money back. We're about to find out. I don't know if I'm in the zone or not. Should be. Okay. Do I have to drive it? Where am I going with this here? Where is the trigger? Is the trigger actually over here maybe? How about that? Does that work? There we go. Okay, so 150, that's not bad. Okay, if I repair for 421, I basically get the 421 added to the value. Alright, let's go ahead and just go ahead and sell it for $150,000. $30,000 hit. That sounds like a lot, but it's all going to work out because we're going to an older model here. So let's zip on over here. Yeah, I just did a little bit of research myself, just to see what kind of tractors are around here, plus what you guys told me. And a couple of you did tell me that this brand you can find over here. And I saw on the Wikipedia where it is, the Fiat 13DT. This is on the Giants Mod Hub under small tractors. I do have one. I didn't realize I had one edited by Stevie as well. But we're going, it's only $24,000. Well, at least that's what we're starting with. Normal color. I think we're going to stick with that. You do have color options here. Orange fenders. That's just way too much orange. That's even more orange. And the black cab, starting to feel like a little bit like Halloween and Thanksgiving time. But I think we're going to stick with the normal colors here. This is where we're going to go where, you know, the engine setup. We got to go with most that we can. So 185 horsepower keeps us under that 200 horsepower. The Fent 718 was a 188, so we're in the same ballpark there, so I'm all set with. BKT tires is what we're going with. And it's not available on the Fiat. Michelin tires, I guess. And, ooh, those are some beefy little fellas, aren't they? I like the looks of those. $3,000 more, but if we're looking at the price, we're down to $29,000 compared to that the Fent 718 that we had. Front loaders, we can have a 3-point. Well, it says front hydraulic and PTO. We need that because we mow the grass and ted it. And the main color, it's either brown or blue, but I got the dynamic color on, so we can go ahead and customize the color if we want to. Do we want to match anything here? I think we're just going to keep it the same. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it the same. Yeah, if you wonder about the custom color, that is a mod that's on the Giants Mod Hub. It's for Giants Mod Hub is for PC and Mac only. You can pretty much change the color of anything if you want, and it's no extra charge. As long as you got the color option somewhere over here, you can change the color over anything. But I think we're just going to keep it just like that. So the exhaust may not be true to form for the Fiat, but we're going to go with it because we do need that horsepower. So we're at $30,770. I'm pretty sure some people may not may say, no, you can't have a Fiat there, or you can't have the exhaust. But we're going a little bit older. And you know what? It's not too bad. I don't really mind changing out from the Fent only because, well, we had a lot of green. The Fent's green, the Deutz-Fahr, or just the regular Deutz is green. The John Deere is green. We have green everything. So Oh yeah, here we go. She's got actually a good pep to her, so that's pretty darn good. Now the Fendt 718 with 188 horsepower didn't really have a problem with the plow, but it surely wasn't going at max speed, working speed. So I wonder how the Fiat will handle. That plow's going to look way too huge for this. And so I may end up having to change out the plow as well. Or get a weight, one or the other. I mean, I don't know, I didn't want to change out the plow today. Alright, let me do some looking in on the plow, because, of course, this is not going to work at all. At least with the plow in transporting mode, didn't have much of a trouble getting on down here. Alright, let's go ahead and sell the plow. Repair it for $4, and we'll go ahead and sell that. Look at that, the money's going on up today. Not the way I thought it was going to. So that plow was $18,000? I was ready to say, it didn't sell my tractor, did it? I'm going to need my tractor. That plow was more expensive than I thought it would be. Alright, let me go into the store. Do some looking around. I may go on the mod hub, although I've been in the mod hub quite a bit today looking at more stuff I could use here. And I can't really find a plow to my liking. But let me do some searching in the store to what we had and maybe what we can use. Well, I guess I'm back to the old reliable Kuhn subsoiler / plow. Requires 130 horsepower and only costs $10,500. And back to a, I don't want to say square plow, but now it says I could use this instead of a plow, so we'll see if it considers the field as being plowed. If I can get out the the tractor. Alright, so it's looking good. It's saying it's been plowed. Am I allowed to create fields with this? Do I have that mod turned on? Yes, I do. So not only do we actually go to a wider plow, because the other one was a 3.5 meter wide plow. This is 4. This was cheaper, and it's going to be more convenient for me to use around the farm. And also the horsepower requirement is a lot lower than what the other one was. All right. All right. So I had a problem. You may have, I don't know if I have it in the video or not, but basically the tractor wouldn't go forward or backward. I tried a couple things and it just wouldn't move. So I detached the plow. That didn't do nothing. I reset the vehicle. It worked fine. I came back on down here, attached to the subsoiler, started going, and it locked back up again. At closer inspection, it looks like the Michelin tires I selected, the big fat boys, we'll call them, it looks like they were actually hitting on the inside of the chassis. So I went with a smaller Michelin tire, and we'll see if that takes care of my problem. So yeah, if you happen to get this mod, I would stay away from the Michelin tire, the real big fat one, the one like I had. So yeah, this is just a little bit smaller radius tire, not as fat. I went with that kind of tire because I was hoping to give me more traction for working in the fields. But it looks like it's actually running a lot better without the big fat tires on it, because I'm guessing they were rubbing on the chassis. That's the only thing I can think of. But so far, so good now with this. I'm not getting stuck anywhere. I was like, oh no, don't make me have to trade in the tractor. I don't want to speak too soon because, you know, I could have the same problem. I wouldn't think so, but you never know. Alright, so we are subsoiling our ground here to get our grass field to yield so much better. Yeah, so getting back to what I was going to be talking about here. I did go ahead and, of course, cut the grass in this field in between episodes. And got 3 bales on it. All the bales went on over towards the sheep pasture over there. So we got a good stockpile of hay for now for the sheep and horses. That should be all good. Another thing I also noticed as well, when I was checking on the production buildings, only 2 pallets were spawned at the sawmill. But that's all that can spawn, is 2 pallets. We actually have about 7 pallets in storage as well. So we got a total of 9 pallets of planks ready to be sold. But since we sold our Fent and bought the Fiat for a much reduced price, we got a whole bunch of cash now. So we can upgrade the spinnery. I'm actually thinking about maybe upgrading it twice to level 3. But I think for starters, we'll start at level 2 and see if that spinnery can keep up with the 4 greenhouses. If we didn't have the money, I was going to go ahead and, like a lot of people suggested, taking about maybe 2 of the greenhouses, maybe even 3 of the greenhouses, and change them over to something else until we get the money to upgrade the spinnery. But since I decided to change out the tractors, because you know a lot of people are saying, no, this area is not known where a lot of people have newer equipment. So I was like, all right, so we'll downgrade the Fent to a older tractor. This one fit the bill. I was not expecting it to be that much cheaper, but that's good news for us. All right, I think we got the problem solved. I think the tires were what was causing the problem. That just locked up my tractor completely. Couldn't move forward, backwards. It's kind of weird though, because when I left the garage, it's not like it was having any issues. It's after I started working in the field, and I thought, okay, maybe the plow was hitting the back of the tire or something. I didn't see so, but I didn't mind using the other plow, but I definitely, if you ask me what do I prefer, it's this type of a plow right here, a subsoiler. So I got to take care of that little piece right over there. I actually got to put this on allow to create field because that's actually not a field. The rain should come in at about 3 o'clock, so I want to get this replanted. And let me activate allow to create fields so we can get this to be part of the grass field itself. I did turn it on, right? Yeah, it should be on. It's just going to look different because it doesn't recognize a crop was there. So that's why we got stubble where the grass was. So hopefully I get some thumbs up from for going with this lovely little Fiat. All right, there is that all taken care of. And it will do one thing, also clean up our yard a little bit. Instead of having to plow the long one that we had, now we got a more compact subsoiler. Although I still am out of spots for putting things away here. I'm still going to put this back in the corner. I got to get used to the manual transmission a little bit because that takes a little while to stop. Make sure I got that allow create fields off. I don't want to be creating a field here. Alright, let's go ahead and replant our grass back in here. Oh, so I did notice before I started recording, when I was in the store, just kind of looking at a couple of things. That's why I noticed that this tractor was as cheap as it was. Didn't know until I got into the game. But the one thing we will see in the sales page is this roller right here for $5,000. That's the exact roller that I got. So, yeah, of course. Did I not? Well, it's turned on. Is it not? Okay, it's just not taking seed as fast. I'm like, this did work before. It's just not taking the seed as fast. I was watching like, you gonna take seed? I'm like, okay, you are taking seed. Just try to get the outskirts if I can. Oh, I did change the trees as well. The flickering leaves were coming back, even though I cleared my cache before I came into the game. So we're in the visual month of December. November is always a month that causes my trees to flicker. Let's go ahead and get this little corner right here. Oops, too busy watching the field. I wasn't watching the fence I just ran into. Hasn't been a smooth start to the video, I'll just say that. And then what we got to do is we got to go ahead and roll the fields. So used to working with big implements, big tractors. Got to get used to doing this small farming stuff. I mean, sometimes I do start off with the small farming stuff, but it doesn't take long before we can upgrade to the bigger stuff. Now I've got to find a place to park the cedar when I get done with it. I'm just out of room here. Although now we got the money again. I can always buy some more land that has some sheds on it. And we can park stuff over there. So maybe buy the ones that got the beehives on it. Is there a shed over there? There might be a shed over there. But first thing what we gotta do is definitely upgrade the spinnery. Now there was a couple of suggestions. How about upgrading the sawmill first? Now upgrading the sawmill is going to cost more than the spinnery. So when you upgrade the factories, it's whatever the factory costs plus 10%. Every time you level up, it's an additional 10%. So the spinnery was $40,000, so it's going to cost us $44,000 to upgrade it. The sawmill was $60,000, so that's going to cost $66,000 to upgrade it. And really, the spinnery is what's going to make us more money at a more convenient pace. Because now that we got the greenhouses, all that cotton is going to be distributed to the spinnery without me having to do anything. So that's one thing. And of course, we got the sheep as well to make wool. So we got two ways to make fabric. And if we look at the sawmill itself, well, I'm going to have to cut down trees and then just keep moving things around. It's a little bit more labor intensive. Not that we're going to ignore the sawmill. We're going to try to keep that running mostly. And actually, that'll probably be like next episode. We'll be working on the sawmill because the winter months will be here. So we'll be getting some logs into the sawmill and creating some planks. We got to make sure our grass fields are ready to go because our animals require the hay. So this is our priority today. I actually feel like that this Fiat is actually pulling the equipment a little bit better than what the Fendt was. I think we got it all. Yeah, don't see any spots that I missed. Any spots that we did miss will definitely show up when the grass does germinate and starts to grow. So honestly, since we're not getting any manure, let me just go ahead and... no, the tongue of the John Deere, the cedar may stick out a little bit. Does this fold in by any chance? It says fold cedar, but I don't know what I'm folding. I'm not really seeing anything happen to it either. Let's go ahead and we'll just park it out of the out into the elements over here by our tedder. There we go. Now, I don't know, can I roll a field right after I seed it, or I gotta wait for it to germinate? That doesn't kind of seem too right, but I'm gonna roll it right now. Like I've said before, rolling is something that's not done around where I live at all. Most farmers don't roll their fields at all. I don't think I've ever seen a farmer roll their fields. We just step on out here. So yield bonus is still only at 98%, and I've done everything. So where would the other 2% come in? What did I miss? Comment below if you know what I'm missing here. I know this little spot in here does need some lime, but where we were just looking, that does not require lime. It doesn't. The field doesn't show it needs anything. Well, 98% is better than the 82% that we were at last time we harvested this field, which was last episode, which was also early in this morning. So this field will be ready to go for the next harvest, which I'm guessing will be like May, probably. I'm hoping the grass germinates when we wake up in the month of December. And it's going to be growing when the springtime comes around. So this here, this roller should also work. It works as a grass roller and also for regular seed beds as well. At least that's what the mod says. So when we plant our sorghum and oats in the springtime, we'll roll the fields and hopefully it works out rather well for us. The only thing I'm going to say is though, rolling a field after you just seed a field, it's a little difficult to see where you've been, but I can kind of see a slight color change in the soil type. Alright, that's one field done. Just check the map to make sure I got everything covered. Oh, this is going to be a little bit easier to see where I've been. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that the tires were the issue at the beginning with this tractor anyways. We didn't want to trade it back in right away and have to get ourselves another new tractor. Let's try to roll this and not hit the fence for the horses. So I need to put down some lime in a couple spots on these two grass fields, but other than that, we should get a very good yield next season on these fields. So much so, depending on how we're doing on the hay, we may go ahead and actually make some silage bales and bring in a little bit more cash. But on the topic of cash, you know, I thought we were going to be kind of low on the cash going into the winter months. Just barely have enough to upgrade the spinnery. But now, we actually have enough to possibly buy some more fields. And I'm thinking about buying maybe a field down by the greenhouses. Because I think these two grass fields here will be sufficient enough to take care of our horses and sheep for a year, you know, next year. And that will allow us to go ahead, and that field right over there, I can plant oats in that one. And the fields I buy over down by the greenhouses, we can go ahead and maybe put sorghum in there. And the reason why I would do it that way is because the straw, I'll be making straw here, and I'll have to transport the bales as far. Of course, we can always buy that baling trailer for like $3,500. Alright, so the field is rolled. Let me go ahead and check the map just one more time here. Yep, so we do need some lime in a couple of spots, as you can see. And also over here, we actually got some lime down at the store, so I think what I'm going to do is grab the Deutz. And we'll grab our spreader, and we'll head on down to the store. I may have fertilizer in it, but we'll just empty out the fertilizer. And we'll go on down and get the rest of the lime and use what we do have. I'm trying to figure out if I could. I got to use to how this thing slows down. Keep backing into things. I got to see if I can maybe. I don't know what else I can sneak in here, but if I leave some room here, you know, maybe in the future, another implement can go right beside it. I'm just looking at everything, and I don't know what I can squeeze in there at all, if anything. All right, let's put the Fiat away for now. Yeah, got to get used to that. Turn off the lights, that'd be good. Hopefully I can jump on the Deutz. There we go. That actually has nothing in it. Alright. Let's go down to the store. There should be some lime left. And hopefully it's enough to cover up the parts on the grass field. A lot more lime in that pallet than I thought there was, because I got a full container here. So I may get this grass field done, and the other grass field done, and we'll try to get that over there done as well. I don't know where that piece was, but somewhere in there-ish. I also got to remember the working width of this is not like 42 meters wide. And without precision farming being on, it's going to spread it anywhere I have it on. This working speed on this spreader seems awfully fast. I know I'm spreading way too much here, covering more area, but just want to make sure we get it all. Okay, so how does that look? That looks better. Got a little spot right there on the corner of that field. Alright, so I might as well go down and top off with some lime and get as much done as we can here. No sense of leaving that pallet down there all winter. Let's go ahead and top off. I'm really enjoying playing on this map just because it's like, hey, when I need to go down to the store, it's like, alright, it'll take you 10 seconds to get there. So having like an East Vineland or No Man's Land, I always usually put down maybe alien gym sheds where I can top off with seed, fertilizer, lime, what have you, right at the farm. But here we can just come around down to the store because it only takes me a second or two to get there. And it's not like I got to buy a whole bunch of stuff. Oh wow, how much lime is left in that pallet? Oh, that's right. We also got our tree devourer to take care of the stumps. But I'll probably sit there until springtime. Alright, when you're on the asphalt, you can go as fast as you want. When we get to the dirt road, we gotta start learning, well, at least I gotta start learning. That's where all these bumps and divots are. Gotta cross this farmer's grass field. Our fields are going to be in pretty darn good shape next season. I think the only place where it needs to be spread with lime is where I plowed. But boy, we go through it really, really quick. Should be the last trip on down to the store because I don't think there's going to be much left in here. And I don't got much left. And my PC does not like it too much when I ride first person. Really? How much? Is that endless supply of lime? Was that a full pallet? I got 77 liters left into it. Alright, I mean... Yeah, you can see my game really sputters when I drive first person. That's why I don't do it too much. And I don't know why it does that. It'll sputter once in a while and then clear right on up. I should be able to finish spreading lime in the field here with one more pass. So I should have enough. Driving first person would not be too bad on a tractor like this, and maybe even a Fiat, but this is why I can't drive first person, because the game just stutters for me. I don't know if it loads up different types of shaders when you drive first person for the first time on a map. Don't know. Alright, let's hopefully I can get this field covered here. And the last little strip here. Looks like we'll get down to the end. And there we go. Alright, so now how does the map look? Well, no lime needed anywhere in our fields. Just checking out the fields down here. I wonder how much, like, field 27 is. 48,000. That does have a crop in it currently. What do they plant in there? Canola. I mean, I really would like this to have either barley or... Oh, sorry, oats or sorghum. So, field 31 or 27 would be our best bet. I like it. It says field 31, then you click on the farmland, then it goes to lot number 29. 31,000 for that one. So, okay, keep that in mind. And the field doesn't need to be plowed or anything like that. Let's go put our Deutz away along with our spreader. Then we'll go over and take a visit to our spinnery. Getting out of here is going to be a little bit tricky. There we go. Let's jump on our drill here. Kind of. And, okay, I was going to jump over the fence. So, upgrading the factories, there's been a couple questions on that. What spinnery is this where you can upgrade it? It's not the spinnery itself. This is called the factories upgrade. You can find it on the Giants Mud Hub and allow you to upgrade any factory or production building, if you will. So, I don't need to come to the building. What am I doing? I need to go in here. And let's see, up to here is the spinnery. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. It should be 4,400, which it is. We'll upgrade it. And basically, it just doubles everything. It'll double the speed, double how much it can contain. So now it's 90,000 liters. 90,000 liters they can hold. And they can work twice as fast now. And look at that. We already got some fabric. That's not because we upgraded it. That's because it was ready to spawn. So I think we're going to just leave it as is. We'll see how it goes. We'll take a quick look at, before we go to bed here shortly, how much cotton is in there, and we'll see if the greenhouse there is still spitting out more cotton than the factory can handle. If that's the case, I can always upgrade it again, but now it's going to be 48,000, right? Yeah, 48,000, which is not too bad. I'm glad I didn't upgrade the greenhouses when I put those down. So I'm not going to sell the fabric, because if I remember, fabric sells best in... I forgot now. Planks sell best in July, and fabric sells best in the month of... Whoops, I just saw it. Where'd it go? In May. So we want to hold on to it if we can until May, because that's the best price is like $3,800, and currently it's like $1,000 less than what we can get for it. Let's see. Are we all set here? I think we're pretty much all set. The sheep are looking good. The horses are doing okay. Hopefully this is enough food for them until next season. That's why we didn't put a full pen in there. All right, so I need to double check on the spinnery. I kind of forgot I was looking at it. So 21,500 liters of cotton is in there. I'm not going to pay off any part of the loan. We maxed out our loan at 1.5 million. That's the most I want to borrow. But I want to keep that money there in case we want to buy something. But yeah, I think I'm all set to call it a night here. So let's go ahead and sleep until it's December. We got to wake up at 9 or else it'll be dark out. I want to see if the grass field germinated. Hopefully it did. Oh, I see some snow already. All right, how are we looking here? So we're down to 113,000, which is not too bad. It looks like the grass germinated, unless my eyes are deceiving me. Yep, it's looking good. Now I'm going to get the flickering of the grass in the winter months, which is what I hate as well. And let's see, this grass germinated nicely. The big question is, how did our spinnery do? Well, we're up to 29,000, so it's still not keeping up with the cotton as well as it could. So technically, I could upgrade it again. It is only going to be like 48,000. How much fabric do I have out here? Look at that. We already got 3 pallets, which is very, very good. And that was this... What time was it? It was like 1 o'clock. So almost in a full day, I'm getting like 2... And we're sitting at 100. Yeah, so I got about 2,100,000. Yeah, 2,100,000. Wow. That's 2,100 liters of fabric. That almost offsets what how much money we're losing overnight. We're going to upgrade it to level 3. And that's it. That should keep up with the greenhouses easily. Easy peasy, nice and easy. Let's see how the horses doing. Okay, so the horses aren't going through the food that much. So that's good. Fitness is looking good. Cleanliness is looking good. And the sheep, of course, are looking good. And in 1 more month, we'll have 26 more sheep. So the wool will be producing quite a bit more. I'm pretty sure a sawmill is dead in the water. I'm pretty sure there's no more wood here. And that's what we'll be doing next episode. Actually, it's got 7 liters left. And we got 9,000 liters of planks in storage. And the sheep, yeah, they're not producing that much wool yet, but we only got 26. But in another month or so, we'll have another 26 sheep, and the production will double. Right, guys? At least that's the plan. So our fields are all set. Our first fall here, I think it went okay. We changed out tractors already, and but we saved ourselves, or we gained ourselves some money back by doing that. Change out the plow as well. So let me know what you guys think about doing that. Hopefully, a lot of you are happy that we went with an older tractor, and hopefully it kind of fits the area a little bit better. The plow, now a subsoiler. I think it's going to be more convenient for me, and much more reasonable, I think, for the tractor. And yeah, we are doing great, I think. So now we upgrade the spinnery. That should help us on out. But yeah, next episode, we're going to cut down some trees, make sure the mill's up and running, and maybe we'll sell some stuff. I don't know. We'll try to live on the 65,000 until springtime, I think, to where we can sell our lovely little fabric and our planks and get our bang for our buck. But then, of course, when spring comes, we got to plant our fields. I would like to have at least 30,000 to buy that field down there. But we'll see when springtime comes. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.